Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Why do we stutter? Why we are not able to speak properly in English? And especially when it comes to a foreign language. When we are asked something in our mother tongue, we don't stutter, right? We don't feel nervous, we don't hesitate. We immediately start speaking, right? But when it comes to a foreign language like English, we start stuttering, we start forgetting, we start getting nervous, we start getting anxious or blank, right? Lots of things which happens when we have to speak in English. It happens to everybody, and it has happened to me as well. There was a time when this has happened to me as well, but then the only thing which helps here is how you overcome this, right? And how we can overcome this fear of speaking in English is by practicing English speaking. We need to start practicing English speaking every now and then. The more we practice, the more we get into the habit of speaking in English, and the more we get into the habit of getting familiar with the language, its accent, its articulation, its intonation, rhythm, and everything else. So it will be much easier for us to speak in English then, right? Our brain will not consider it as a foreign language and will start processing all the information immediately, and you will be able to speak on it. So that is why the more you practice, the more you get into the habit of getting familiar with the language. And once you get familiar with the language, once this language becomes your second language or your medium of communication, things will be much easier for you, right? So that is why we have to practice, and practice. That is the only key. And that is why, guys, I have come up with 30 days English speaking challenge, wherein I am going to take up any topic, any question, any conversation which has happened in real life. So basically I am taking up real life situations and I'm speaking on that. And those situations are very common to all of us. It's not only about me, it's about every one of us. So if I'm speaking something about myself on that topic, it is not only specific to me. You also must have experienced the same, and you can also speak in the same line, on the same lines. Okay, so that is why I'm choosing those kind of topics which is easier for you to speak. I am just talking about it so that you get a reference, a sample of how to speak. Okay, so once you get that sample, you can fill in with your own words, your own ideas, your own experiences, and you can speak on it. And as I've always suggested, writing down the ideas or pointers is definitely going to help you. So whenever you get a topic, you can listen to my speech, you can listen to my ideas, you can jot down my ideas, see how I've spoken about it, and you can also speak on the same lines about it in your own words. Or you can jot down your own ideas and you can speak on it in your own words again. Okay, you can video record it, you can audio record it, you can do mirror talk, self-talk, anything and everything, whichever is possible for you. But not just once, you have to take 3 attempts so that you see if there is any improvement in all these attempts. Okay, that is very important. So guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, guys, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay connected, stay tuned, and watch my entire video to master this skill. So guys, I hope everything is very clear to you. So what you can do here is I'm going to take up a question and I'm going to answer that. What you can do is you can either speak with me, repeat after me, you can shadow with me. You can take my ideas, you can add your own ideas, and you can speak on your own. So you can do a lot of combinations. Okay, and I get a lot of queries about like I speak very fast. So people ask me to speak very slow. If I start speaking slowly, it will get very boring for you to hear it. Okay, so what you can do is you can listen to my speech, and you can jot down the ideas, or you can jot down what I'm trying to say, or you can just come up with a brief, with a gist of it. Okay, what I'm trying to say. It will be much easier for you to understand, and you can just start speaking on your own lines or in your own words. That will be more efficient, and that will be more better for you, instead of speaking with me or along with. So you can just write down the pointers or the ideas and then try to speak on that in your own words after listening to me or understanding what I've said. Okay, my sentences are very simple, very easy to understand, very easy to process, and there's no rocket science in it, so it will be easier for you to grasp things. So you don't have to worry on that. If you can't catch sentence by sentence, for 2 minutes you can listen to my speech, and then you can pause it, and then you can start repeating what I have said, or you can just reframe it in your own words. That is the best exercise you can do. Okay, now let's get started with today's topic. We all love to travel, right? We have traveled by bus, we have traveled by train, we have traveled by aeroplane, we have traveled by car, bike, cycle, etc., right? Rickshaw, etc., etc. So today I am going to take up this topic of which is my favorite ride, or which ride I enjoy the most, whether it is a auto rickshaw or a bus or a train or a cycle or a bike or an aeroplane or a train. Okay, so I'm going to discuss that today in this video. I'm sure we all have our own favorites, right? Trust me on this, the most interesting ride for me is, for long distance, is train. I love to travel by train. I don't know why. Till date, I love to travel by train. Yes, just because our lives are so busy, we don't get time, we don't get holiday, and we have to reduce our travel time so that we can spend more time at the place where we are going. To cut down that travel time, we take flights. We prefer to take flights, but trust me on this, train is the best mode of transport, and I love traveling by train. Whenever I have to go to anywhere, like short distance also, I just check whether there is a train connectivity there or not. So I really enjoy train rides. I don't know why. I mean, it's open, and there are lots of vendors which come in. You can pack your own lunch, or snacks, or anything else, your own food, and you can take it along, and you can keep on eating that, and you can enjoy that ride. So yes, long distances like 1.5 days, 2 days, 3 days long, it's very difficult for us to travel nowadays because we don't have time. So that is why we prefer going by flight. But honestly, if you get a chance, if you have time, please go and book a train ticket and travel by train. You will see a lot of beauty. You will actually see the beauty of Earth or India. Its villages, the life, the fields, the farmers, the cattle, and what not. Small houses, big houses, every kind of stuff you can see. The train routes are through villages, right? And it enters the city. So you can see the transition, you can see the difference then and there with your own eyes. And it's so good that I can't tell you. I have been traveling by train since childhood. That was the best mode of transport at that time. And whenever we used to go to Delhi or Kolkata or anywhere else, for that matter, we used to travel by train only. And we used to love that ride. We used to pack our food, and we used to take it along with us. And we used to buy some snacks on the go as well. There are lots of vendors which sell stuffs on train, right? So you will get biscuits, chips, cold drinks, lassi, tea, coffee, peanuts, vadas, and samosas, and what not, the pakoras, everything you get on train. And there are lots of stations where the train stops. So every place has some speciality, and if you know that, you can buy those stuffs from the station, right? And you can enjoy those delicacies. Yes, the food is not great, and we should refrain from eating food which is open and which is cold. But if there's something hot, you can always try it, because if the food is hot, then the chances of getting sick is minimized. So that is why if there's any hot food, you can have it from the station as well. But yes, you have to see how hygienic it is. So you have to check that first, and then you can take a bite and you can enjoy that delicacy. So every station has something special. Everywhere there's something special which is sold. Okay, and whichever station was famous for whatever, so we used to get those from those stations and we used to eat that. So that was something which was a must for us. And drinking tea on train was something which we have to do, and eating that peanuts with skin on, the roasted peanuts, and murmure, those kind of stuffs we used to have on train. That was a must have for us. So we used to drink tea, we used to have murmure, peanuts, popcorn, or those roasted items which the vendors used to sell on train. We used to have that. Apart from that, during my childhood, we used to book meals also on the train. The railway catering services, there was catering services by the railways, so they used to come and get orders for lunch or dinner, whichever time it was. So we used to order lunch or dinner accordingly, and we used to really enjoy that lunch or dinner. So the whole lunch was there, including all the vegetables and dal and vegetable and pulses and rice and bread and everything, curd and ice cream, everything they used to give, and we used to really enjoy that food. I don't know why, but yeah, it really tasted good at that time. Nowadays, I'm not very sure about it. I haven't traveled, since long by train, and I haven't had that food now. But yes, during my childhood, the food was really tasty, and we used to enjoy that food actually. So that was something which was compulsory. We used to book one meal and we used to eat that, and one meal we used to bring from home and we used to eat that. And apart from that, a lot of snacks we used to buy from the vendors and we used to eat that. And if any station was famous for something, we used to buy that as well, and we used to take back home or take back wherever we are going to that place as well. We used to buy. Okay, so these things we used to do, and we used to really enjoy these train rides. Trust me, and it's so comfortable, it's so beautiful, so mesmerizing, I can't tell you. You just sit in front of the window and you can keep on looking throughout the day. Yes, it's that interesting. You can see a lot of wheat fields, sugarcane fields, and cattle, and mountains and rivers and birds and lots of stuffs, mud houses. And then when you enter the city, you will see a big factories and big houses and buildings. So it's a great experience. And why I love this train ride is, the first reason is it's very comfortable. The seats are big, 3 people can sit. If your family is traveling, then of course it is your own space then. Okay, apart from that, if others are also there, so 3 people can sit there. And if you want to go and sleep, you can just ask people that, I want to sleep there, so they can vacate that area. So you can just lie down, you can have a blanket, and you can just feel a little cozy, and you can sleep there. You can read a book, you can watch something. So there are lots of things you can do, and you don't feel that motion sickness, or you don't feel any tiredness at that time, right? And of course the views are also very good, so you can sit in front of the window and you can watch the whole day, and the time passes very well. You'll not get bored. Yes, and the other advantage is there are lots of other people also with you traveling, right? And if they start talking to you, and if you start getting to know each other and start bonding with them also, then your journey becomes more joyful, right? So you start talking to people, you start interacting with people, start sharing jokes, experiences, and lots of news, politics, anything for that matter. So you start interacting with people, you will not even realize how time is passing. So that is another benefit of traveling on a train. So I do personally like traveling by train, and I have done it a lot since childhood, and that will always be my best mode of transport for long distances, of course, right? But yes, the only disadvantage is you have to book the tickets beforehand. Yeah, so there is a possibility nowadays that you don't get the tickets very soon. So it gets very difficult to get the seats booked. So you have to make sure well in advance you prepare or plan everything so that you can book tickets and you can travel by train. So guys, I would suggest, if you haven't traveled by train ever, do give it a try. Go to a small distance, go to some other place which is very nearby. At least take that experience, get that experience. It is truly worth it. And I'm sure you will enjoy that a lot. So guys, that was my thought on which mode of transport I think is better. So out of everything else, I opted for train journey. You can opt for an aeroplane journey, you can opt for a bus journey, you can opt for any other, by car. People travel by car as well. So whichever is your favorite mode of travel, going to long distances or short distance as well, you can start collecting those memories. You can start jotting down some ideas, like what you like the most, what you hate the most, what you enjoy the most, what is the best part, and you can start speaking on it. Once you note down your ideas, collect it all in one place, trust me guys, it will be much easier for you to speak on it. So listen to my video twice, thrice, 4 times, as many times as you can, to get the idea of what I am speaking about, my experience, what I like the most, what I don't like the most, what is an advantage, what is its advantage, disadvantage, and many things else I've spoken about in this video, right? So you have to start collecting those ideas, like on what I've spoken about, jot it down, share your own ideas in these spaces and start speaking about it. And these are very general topics, guys. You must have experience, you must have traveled to another city, right? By any mode of transport, you just have to speak on it, right? So start speaking in English on these kind of topics for a month at least, and you'll see the difference. You can follow my video of 30 days English speaking challenge. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.